Hello again, students. This is Mrs. Fernandi here to do some more spelling with you. I'm going to go ahead and share my whiteboard with you. And we are going to practice a little bit with base words today and their endings. A lot of this will be pretty familiar to you, so make sure you have your spelling notebook and a pencil. Pause here if you forgot to get those out for yourself. I'm going to give you a couple of words. I'll give it to you with the ending, and then we'll write the base word, and then we'll remember and remind ourselves how to change the base word to add the ending to it. Our first word is skating. They were skating on the ice. What is the base word of skating? You probably said skate. In order to add the ending ing, what do we need to get rid of? Yeah, the silent E, right? We need to get rid of the silent E, and we're just going to add ing directly onto that so that this part of our word, this A, stays along A. Skating. A nice open syllable along A. Let's go ahead and do the next word is exploded. The water balloon exploded over my friends. Let's first figure out what is the base word of exploded. First syllable is X, EX, and then explode, to explode. If we want to just make that into exploded, we're simply going to add the D on the end, right? Okay, super. Our next word that we're going to talk about, the base word, is soaking. He came home soaking wet. Our base word for soaking? S-O, and then how are we going to make that long O sound? This would be one way, but that doesn't quite look right, does it? Let's back up a little bit and make that by putting O and A together. Do you remember this rule you probably heard when you were younger? When two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking, and that's the case in this one. So we hear that long O sound, and we don't hear the A at all. So soak, and then we just have to add on the ing. We don't have to do anything special there. The next word is preparing. So preparing comes from which base word? Prepare. Just two syllables, pre and then pair. Our controlled words can be a little tricky. In this case, we have P-A-R and then the silent E. What do we need to do again with that silent E? Yep, we have to get rid of it. And then we're going to add in our ing. Last two words to think about. One is completing. Completing. I am completing my assignments now. Our first syllable is com, C-O-M. That O we call a schwa sound. We don't really say completing, we say completing. And then we have the long E sound made with that silent E. So we say this E and then this one is silent. In order to make that into completing, what do we have to do? We have to get rid of the E and add ing. Pretty much the same rule applies whether you're talking about that single syllable word skate or a two syllable word like prepare or complete. We still need to get rid of that silent E at the end and then add the ing. And our last word is slightly different. This one is splitting. She was splitting the sandwich in two. We're going to think about our base word, which is the word split, to split something in half. We have a short I sound, I, and in order to keep that short I sound, what do we need to add before we can add ing? I think some of you know, another T and then ing. If we wrote the word like this, see if you can read that, it would be spliting. And we don't even know what spliting means, do we? So let's make sure we add that second T in order to keep that splitting instead of spliting. Okay, let's do a few guided spelling words. Let's, just for fun, change out our font color and then go ahead and write the word eating. So again, you're going to think about your base word, which is eat. Are you eating right now while you're on the computer? And then we're going to add in ing, right? Your next word is using. This one can be a little tricky. Using. Think about our base word, use. And then think about what we need to do to make that into using. Yep, good. Take away the E, add ing. Even in a small word like that. It doesn't say using, it definitely says using. Let's do some words now. First, let's do under. Remember when we have at the end of a word, which one are we always going to use? The ER. So first we're going to write un, and then der with the ER. The next word is birth. Let's see. The gorilla gave birth to a baby at the zoo. Birth, we're going to use the second sound. Do you remember which one that one was? B-I-R-T-H, birth. Very good. And we're going to do center. Center, when a C is followed by E, it makes that S sound, sen. And then ter, we know because it's at the end of the word, we're definitely going to use the ER. Go ahead and write the word sunburn. Sunburn is called a compound word because we can take the word sun and the word burn and we can pull them apart and they're still words all by themselves. So that's called a compound word. First, write the word sun. And then burn, we're actually going to use the third way to spell B-U-R-N, sunburn. Hopefully none of you have gotten a sunburn before. Maybe you have. Searches is our next word. Search, that's our base word, search. That's that that's really difficult or a little bit unusual, but difficult because we don't see it very often. E-A, sir. Ch. Oops, I forgot my C. C-H, searches. Because the H, we have to go ahead and add an E before the S, searches. And then our last word for today is living. Think about that base word again, to live. Take away the E, add ing. You've got it. All right, I'm going to stop right there. I think you did a really good job. We have those basic ideas will be on our spelling test. Remember that your spelling test will just be like the rest of our time. We'll just pick a page in the next page in your notebook or the next clean page that you have available. And on Fridays, you can log in and I'll read the words to you. And then I'll post the correct words at the end. You can pause the video and you can check yourself and see how well you did. Okay, I'll see you again soon. Bye. Stay safe.